welcome to Pahlish with Ray. I'm Rachel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my Festivus rack for 2023. Before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to see what I'm planning to put on my nails in December, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do so you don't miss out on future uploads. So usually I'm not personally into the holiday specific racks. I pretty much stick to spring, summer, fall, winter racks only. But I just can't resist. I just can't resist a wonderful holiday rack. There's something about festive nails that just, it puts me in a festive spirit. And this year I was feeling really traditional with my choices. I'm gonna let you know we're gonna see a lot of red, a lot of green, a lot of white and gold. That's just what I was in the mood for, and I am looking at my rack now and I just get the warm and fuzzies. I can't wait to get these on my nails. Altogether, I picked 25 polishes out. We're gonna take a look at the bottle shots and then also what they look like swatched on a swatch wheel. And if you didn't already know, this is a collaboration video with a lot of talented YouTubers. I will link all of the participants' channels down in the description box so you can check out what their picks are for this holiday season. I can't wait to see them. They just, all of the seasonal racks, but especially the holiday one, just puts me in the best mood. I just feel, again, so festive. So we have 25 polishes to look at all together. Let's check them out. Before we take a look at some holiday polishes, I did want to share with you this gorgeous shade I have on my nails. I am wearing this polish from Night Owl Lacquer called Friends Don't Lie. This released in July of 2022's Little Box of Horror shop, and it is a beautiful shifty shade with a lot of gold reflective glitter. Also, a little disclaimer, if my voice sounds weird still, we're going on, I think, month 2 of allergies or cold or whatever this is. I just can't seem to kick it, so apologies in advance. So this first shade is relatively new to my collection. It recently released from Bluebird Lacquer, and it is called Never Slay Never. It's their Bird of the Month from November 2023. It's a really pretty cool toned red base with scattered holographic. So here's what it looks like in 2 coats. It did dry down with a little bit of texture because the holographic is glitter, but like, if you're gonna wear glitter, it's gonna be around the holidays, right? Totally worth the removal or the glitter smoother, in my opinion. From Pahlish, one I'm finally hoping to get around to this season is Reindeer Games. This came out in the For the Love of Pahlish box quite a few years ago. I want to say 2 years ago maybe, and it's been on several holiday racks. It's beautiful, but it's just a little bit of a deeper red than what I typically wear around the holidays, which has made me choose other reds over it. But look at that shift. How can I deny this polish this season? I must wear it. Here's what it looks like built up, and yeah, I think it's the warm shifts. It has kind of like a coppery and gold shift in there as well. For some reason, it just doesn't feel super festive to me compared to my other reds, but it is still beautiful and unique to my collection, so I definitely want to wear it. This next one I am so excited to wear, and it's definitely going to be part of my Christmas Day mani, I think. From Wildflower Lacquer, we have Perhaps a Christmas Gourd. I grabbed this one when it came back for Rewind this year, and I'm so glad I did. I can't believe I passed it up the first time, honestly. Beautiful, beautiful shiny shimmer in there. Shifts red to copper to gold, but it still feels so festive. And it is every bit as festive on the nail wheel. Like, look at that shimmer. It's luminous. So pretty. This one I've worn every December for the past few years. It's a classic from China Glaze called Ruby Pumps. This has a jelly red base with some red glitter, micro glitter, and I think this is probably going to be on just about everyone's seasonal rack. It seems like I see this every year in everyone's video, and that's because it's a beautiful shade. Here's what it looks like built up. It does have glitter, so you can see it doesn't dry down. Perfectly smooth with just a glossy top coat. I recommend pairing this one with a glitter smoother of some kind, but it is beautiful. Such a cool tone of festive red. This next one's from Hollow Taco, and it is called Favorite Sister. This one I totally bought into the hype when it released. Once I swatched it on the nail wheel, I don't know that I need this in my collection, but I'm hoping to get around to wearing it this season so I can find out. It did have a really nice and easy to work with formula, but it's just a little bit, I don't know, it's just a little light and icy for what I go for this time of year usually. It's not my kind of red, but it is interesting and definitely unique to my collection. And untried Zoya I would like to get around to wearing this season is Sophia. This released in their holiday collection I think 2 years ago, and I just recently got my hands on it. It is a kind of pink leaning red base with a gold shimmer. Here's what it looks like built up, and I will say it looks a lot pinker leaning than my other reds that I've picked, and usually I do go for those cooler blue toned reds, so I don't know about this one, but it does look pretty on the nail wheel for sure. Just not what I usually would gravitate towards. 2 more reds. I could have worn red all month. Maybe one December I'll do that, wear red every single manicure. That honestly sounds like a dream. I feel obligated to have more variety than that, but honestly, I love red polish that much. I could totally do it. This one's another China Glaze. It's untried, and it's called Santa Monica Claus. This one I grabbed like 3 or 4 years ago when it released, and just haven't worn it. It's got kind of a warm leaning red base with some gold shimmer. Here's what that China Glaze looks like built up on the nail. The shimmer just kind of adds a soft glow to the polish. It's not super noticeable, but another gorgeous, gorgeous shade. And the last red on my rack comes from Stella Chroma. This was their December 2021 mystery. Just such a pretty warm leaning red base with a gold shimmer and holographic gold holographic glitter. This one is completely packed with glitter, so it dried down with a lot of texture. Definitely want to pair it with a glitter smoother, but yeah, just when it has that glitter smoother, it's gonna sparkle so much. On to some greens now. This one's from Ethereal. It's also an untried, and it's called the Riddle. This one has like a forest green base with a shimmer that shifts green to like a navy blue almost. It's got some iridescent flakes and holographic flakes. It's very interesting. Like from far away, it looks just like a green, but once you really look up close, you can see all of those different components, and I just think that's what makes this polish so special. So here's what it looks like built up. This one has a lot more depth than the other greens that I chose, and it's got that blue shimmer, which made this one kind of, I don't know. I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to put it on my winter rack or my holiday rack, but if I'm gonna wear a green like this, it's probably gonna be in December, so I couldn't wait. One that I've worn before, but it has been a while, is from KBShimmer, and it is called How's It Growing. This one has a dark but kind of medium dark green base with holographic pigment. It's scattered hollow and some shifty pretty flakes. This was one of my favorite KBShimmer collections. I just loved this one. I've got Baking Spirits Bright on my rack as well, and yeah, there were a lot of gorgeous shades in this release. This one's so cute. I've also worn this polish before. This one is from Pahlish, and it's called Mojito for Mrs. Claus. This one has a lighter green base. It's like a very lightly tinted base. It's got linear holographic and then some shifty multi-chrome flakes. Now, I am not the biggest fan of multi-chrome flakes. I don't know. I just don't always think that they look super good with other components, but in this case they just work for me. They're so small and crushed. I think they really just fit in with everything else going on. So here is that polish in 3 coats, and yeah, it's just really cute. This one just seems adorable to me. Another classic I'm sure we'll see on many racks this season is from Bluebird Lacquer, and this is the Ryan King. This was the 2.0 version that released in Rewind, and it is a beautiful deep green with, it feels like it has a gold shimmer. Do you see that? But I think a lot of holographics do that, but it's got beautiful holographic, so much of it that it's hard to tell if it's linear or scattered. So here is what that one looks like built up. It was fully opaque in 2 coats. People flipped when this released, and I'm so glad it came back in Rewind because I can't believe I skipped it when it initially came out. Perfect for this time of year. And the last green on my rack, and I'm not sure I'll have hauled this by the time this is going up, but this one's from Rogue Lacquer and it's called Holly Jolly. This one released in last year's holiday collection, and I was not at all interested when it initially released, but I actually had a dream about this polish in summer this year, and I had to grab it as soon as I had that dream. It was bothering me that I didn't have it in my collection. The shade is so unique. I feel like, yes, it's perfect for holidays, but you could wear it any time of year. I could see myself wearing this in summer or even winter. It's got kind of a tealy, not tealy, like a dustier, more muted green base, lots of shifty glass-like flakes, and then black flecks too. So fun. I am a big gold polish wearer, so I have a lot of those too. This one's from Sassy Pants Polish, and it's called Lady Helen. This one was actually on my fall rack, but it was one I didn't get around to wearing, so I would like to wear it, and it does seem a little bit more fitting to me for the holidays with all of that holographic glitter. This one has a lot of gold shimmer and holographic flakes, and it has like a shift that shifts gold to kind of a bronzy color. Here's what it looks like built up, and because of all that glitter, it does dry down pretty textured. It would benefit from a glitter smoother and will be pretty difficult to remove, but probably well worth it. This one kind of has like a white gold, soft gold feel to it, which you can see I usually lean towards the more obnoxious brassy golds, but this one is really flattering actually. Now I'm second guessing myself. Is it flattering? Like, I feel like it kind of looks a little bit green leaning on my skin tone. I don't know, but it's pretty. I cannot believe this one is on my rack. I am like freaking out a little bit. Like I said, I don't think I'll have posted my haul video where I talk about how I got this, but I recently got OPI's Goldeneye. I am freaking out. Yeah, this is on my holiday rack. I am so excited about it. This iconic shade has like a clear base and then tons of gold micro flakes, and it's just as beautiful as everyone talks about. Here's what it looks like built up. I was surprised that it was as sheer as it was, but those flakes just layer up beautifully. They really give a metallic, eye-catching feel, like you just can't look away. This one's more of a yellowy gold. It is from KBShimmer. It's an older shade called Citrine. It's another one I recently added to my collection and don't think I've hauled yet. But this one has a yellow base, like a golden yellow base, and it is packed with some holographic glitter, but mostly like metallic yellowy gold flakes. Here's what it looks like on the nail, and it reminds me of like IL&P's, what are they called? Ultra metallic, that finish that they make. It kind of reminds me of that, and I love this color. Like I said, it is so obnoxiously bright and gold, and like, yeah, I don't know what it is about this shade of yellow. It just reminds me of like really inexpensive, super cheap Christmas ornamenting, and I love it. It just feels so like a little bit cheesy and just fun, and I love this. I'm very excited to wear it. This one was also on last year's holiday rack, I think. We have Polished 4 Days Gold Dust. This one actually has like a rose goldish kind of base. It's a gold, but it definitely has some pink undertones to it, which is so interesting. It has linear holographic gold flakes and iridescent flakes, I think. It's very complex and almost doesn't even feel like a gold. It just has like a whisper of gold. Here's what it looks like built up. It was on the sheer side, definitely is going to need 3 coats to reach full opacity, but yeah, this is different from all of my other golds. Doesn't it lean kind of pink? That's so interesting. And then the last gold on my rack is another rewear. This is from Wildflower Lacquer 2, and it's called Are These 24 Karat? This one is another gold that's kind of outside of my wheelhouse. It's a soft, kind of almost white gold. It's got a lighter base, a strong gold shimmer, and holographic flakes. Here is what it looks like built up. Beautifully holographic, so soft, and it feels very classy and elegant. All right, a few more kind of random shades. This one's from Wildflower Lacquer, and it is, I Want to See Your Peacock. This one's not festive at all, but the shifts just glow, and something about the glow that this polish has reminds me of the holidays, and I was just drawn to it this season. I can't explain it. There's a lot of wildflowers that are like that. They're kind of white or silver or light in color and just have this incredible iridescence to them that feels very festive to me. Here's what it looks like built up, and truly it is unreal. Like, the base looks pink at certain angles. There's a shift to gold, to green, to blue, the holographic flakes. Oh man, I love this polish. I've only worn it once. It was when I swatched it, and I can't wait to get it on again. This next one is another one I can't wait to wear because I wear it pretty much every year. It is from KBShimmer, and it's called Baking Spirits Bright. Yeah, so I've worn this every year since it released, and you can tell I've got a fill line on it. Ooh, it is just so exciting. I usually wear it in Skittle with some other things because it just looks so cute with the little green and red glitters. This polish is one of my favorite KBShimmers for sure, and I have a lot of favorites. Here's what it looks like built up in 3 coats. Sometimes I can get this opaque in 2, other times it needs 3, but yeah, I've got other white crullies with red and green glitters, but this one is by far my favorite. The size of the glitters is just so dainty. This next one is a 90 lacquer, and it's called Toyland. Toyland has a white base and lots of colorful hex glitters and micro glitters. I think I put it on my summer rack, and it's interestingly enough ending up on my holiday rack. I just figured with the name, I think it released in a December and a Christmas collection, and I don't know, it doesn't feel very Christmassy to me, but it's cute, and if I want something different, I will reach for this. Here is what Toyland looks like built up in 3 coats. Yeah, definitely a polish I would lean more towards in the summertime, but it's adorable, and I think it's one that could be worn any time of year. This one I can't keep my eyes off of it. Like, I keep thinking about this polish. It's a rewear. It's from Bee's Knees Lacquer. It's Holiday Cheermeister. This one came out in Fandom Flaky several years ago, and it's got a light gray crelly base, holographic flakes, and multi-chrome flakes. Again, I don't love multi-chrome flakes, but in this base, they work. The blue to green to gold to copper shift is just amazing. Here's what it looks like built up, and it's just fabulous. Like, I might end up wearing it as a Skittle with some other greens or reds, but truthfully, I would love this all on its own. It's glorious. I did want to add a brown to my rack because I have been loving brown polishes here lately, you can tell. I'm not sure I'll get around wearing it because I'm really feeling the reds and greens and golds this season, if you can't tell. But I think this could look really pretty skittled with some of the golds I have chosen. This is an older coloristic hero called Elf Magic, like kind of red leaning brown base. Yeah, it's got holographic glitter and some gold in there too. Here's what this one looks like built up. It's just so cozy. I saw this shade and I thought gingerbread. It reminds me of gingerbread. If I was someone who stamped, I would totally stamp some gingerbread men over this shade. It's so, so cute. And then I also threw in some toppers just two that I want to try to wear this season. This one's from Coloristic Carol and it's called Ugly Sweater Day. This one released in 2020 and it's got a clear base, green and red hex glitters, and green micro glitters, lots of which are holographic. I always struggle with layering my green and red polishes for the holidays because I want to wear green and red bases, but that hides one of the glitters. So let me know in the comments, what do you think I should layer this over? I layered it over a dark blue. I don't like how it looks. It's not bad, and it definitely feels like an ugly sweater. But I don't want it to feel that way. I want it to feel pretty. So should I layer it over like a really dark green or maybe a silver? I don't know. Let me know what you think. And the final shade on my rack this season is a topper from Noodles nail polish called All the Jingle Ladies. This one was on last year's holiday rack, but I was busy last December and I did not get around to it. It has a clear base, lots of glitter, red, gold, green, and then some of those are flakes and they're holographic. Okay, this is 2 layers of the glitter topper. I just was curious to see, and it pretty much covered up my base. The base is like a charcoal gray. It's really pretty, but I just don't, again, know really what to layer this over. I didn't like the look of it over the gray, so I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. So those are all the polishes that I have on my Festivus, holiday, Christmas rack this year. Let me know down in the comments, did any of these draw your eye? Are you going to put them on your nails? Are you going to purchase any of them? Any of them that are currently available, I will link down in the description box too. Don't forget to check out the other participants' videos and find out what they're planning to wear this season. I'm curious to see, did everyone feel kind of traditional this year? Or are we gonna see some more blues and pinks on other people's racks? It's always interesting seeing what other people are choosing to wear. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!